Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Bitcoin with Dinny. And it's Dinny here, bit of a tongue twister. Maybe this is the first time I've spoke today. Hit the like button, let me know who of the community is on and watching. What's the crack, guys? So, which altcoin should you buy? Or what coin should you buy? I want to answer that today in one short video. So, I think because we're pre-bull run means we're before the bull run. It means that most of the people who are watching this, you're not real new to crypto. You're probably been here 2, 3, 4 years. Some of you might have been here since the 2020 bull run. That means our audience is possibly a little bit more sophisticated than the newbies who'll be arriving once the bull run kicks off. But I still find our OGs make mistakes because in consultation, I'm on my way up to the Bitcoin With Dinny office now, building three retirement plans for people today, individual people, so stack day. And but I find people from 2017, 2016, even 2015 still haven't made any money being in the highest performing asset class, and they haven't made any money. And I sort of break down why that is, and then we correct it, and then they, make money moving forward, and they retire early. That's what we do, isn't it? So I just want to talk to you about a couple of the reasons how people do it, so then you can understand what coin should you buy. Traditionally, when people come into this space, they look around, they see Bitcoin priced at this massive number, and then they see a list of other things, and they're really cheap compared to the price of Bitcoin. So they assume, well, if I buy this thing for a penny, sure, that's cheap. They're confusing price and value, because the price of something is irrelevant. All an investor should focus on is the value of something. And I'll give you a really quick analogy. You made me hear saying this before because I use it a lot. But if I was to say, I'll sell you 50 euros for a tenner, okay? You're getting a lot of value there, because you know that 50 euros is worth 5 times more than the price I'm giving it to you. So that's a good deal. However, if I see a piece of dog poo on the ground and I scoop it up with a shovel and I hold it up and I say, I give you that for a penny. Now that's 1,000 times cheaper than my first offering. It's 1,000 times cheaper, but is it better value? And everyone would say, no, a piece of poo is not worth a penny. What if I say it's 0.01 of a penny? Is that a better deal? Okay, but no, it's always worthless, and it's always better to buy the 50 euro for a tenner. Okay, when you do the fundamental analysis on a lot of coins, you realize that's literally what you're dealing with. You're just being fooled by marketing, okay? And you're not an insider, or you're new, so you fall for the hype words, the buzzwords, okay? So that's my first thing. The second thing is, does that mean you shouldn't touch any altcoins? Dinny, does that mean you own 0 altcoins? And the answer to that is no. It's all subjective. It depends on your risk tolerance and your ability to manage risk, okay? And your ability to manage the portfolio. So they're them 3 things. Okay, now I'm going to caveat this and make it really simple. If you're someone, okay, you're an electrician, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're a dentist, you're a builder, you're an accountant, okay, that's your number 1 source of income. So therefore, if you try to become a trader, a crypto trader, you're going to be bad at it, and it's a 90% failure rate when it comes to trading cryptos. Okay, so when it comes to trading, 90% chance you're going to lose money. So it's like, that's what we call a Red Sea. So it's full of sharks. It's a dangerous place to be, okay? And if you're not going to devote your life to it, well, you're probably going to end up being shark food. You're going to fall into the 9%, you're going to lose money, all right? And a lot of you guys are probably there, that you are here for the bull market of 2020, and you got wrecked on altcoins, wrecked. Now, hopefully some of you will learn from that and you have pivoted, okay? And you've restructured your portfolio to have less risk in it. Now, some of you won't, because some people just repeat lessons over and over and over. They say the lesson repeats as necessary. Okay? There's a hard and fast fact that anyone who's accumulated Bitcoin and held it for 4 years is richer than when they started. Okay? 4 years, that's your minimum holding. Okay? When you really understand the thing, you'll know that you hold it forever. But just as kindergarten, 4 years your minimum hold. Okay? No other crypto asset has that, and I think only 2 other altcoins have made highs against Bitcoin over a 4-year cycle. So that means all of them are falling in Bitcoin. If you price them in Bitcoin, this is where people go wrong. They price them in euros or they price them in dollars. Foolish. You've got to price stuff in Bitcoin, okay? I denominate my wealth in Bitcoin. Why? Because the hardest form of money. It's the form of money that's going up the most. So I want to price everything in Bitcoin terms, not euros. Euros are losing value, they're hemorrhaging value. Why would you price something in something like that? It doesn't give you an accurate reading of, you know, if you're getting ahead or not. People think they're getting ahead because they bought a car and 2 years later it's the same price. They think, I'm winning. It's like, you're not winning, you're being rug pulled. You're poorer now. Yeah, your unit of account is going down. Anyway, I'm on a tangent. Get back to point. Okay, so with Bitcoin, I know that if a dentist buys Bitcoin and has a portfolio heavily weighted in Bitcoin, well, he's probably going to do all right without managing it, without looking at it every day, without trying to trade. Okay, and these are what the mistakes of people who I see who are being in the space even longer than me, and they haven't made any impact in their life or their financial freedom, is that they've been too active. Okay, they've traded too much, they've always been in the wrong thing, and then they've moved into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Because unless you're a professional trader, unless you're going to sit in a room full of screens, then you'll be able to trade altcoins. If not, it just makes sense to have that portfolio denominated heavily weighted in Bitcoin. And you see, as asset classes, the crypto asset class, the whole asset class is the highest risk asset class there is. Okay, and Bitcoin within that asset class is the least risky thing that you can have exposure to. So if you're a sensible investor and you're managing risk, it makes sense without even understanding the fundamentals of why Bitcoin is so different than everything else. It just makes sense that you go, okay, well, I'm already in a risky asset class. I don't want to take on more risk because Bitcoin's appreciating somewhere around 160% a year on average for the last 14 years. I think we're doing 50% a year for the last couple of years. You know, like, that's mind-blowing. That'll retire anybody in a decade. Anybody. Okay? Altcoins are just blowing up every couple of years, and none of them are making highs against Bitcoin over a 4-year time frame. So if you're trying to invest to retire yourself at the end of the year, of course, have at it. Speculate on the altcoins. Oh yes, market spot, legend. Right outside where we want to go. Now lads, let me just reverse in here because I don't think I can talk and do the dodgy reverse parking maneuver and not curb the black alloys. You know what I mean? It's dangerous stuff with black alloys. You have to be very careful because if you scratch them, your day is ruined. Well, I don't know because I haven't scratched them yet, but it would be. I have had black alloys before. Right, turn that off, turn it off. So should you trade altcoins? It's up to you, okay? But just know that you take on much more risk by doing so. And if you are someone who's busy and you've got a lifestyle and you've got a career and you've got kids and you've got elderly parents and you've got hobbies and things to do, doesn't make sense to me. That's going to put you and all the people who lost in the 2020 bull run, who bought all these altcoins and who got rug pulled and now are deep underwater. All right, stacking sats is what we call it. It means having a portfolio that accumulates Bitcoin like a pension strategy. That's what I specialize in, teaching people how to do and set up, both in my office and on Zoom. Check out Bitcoin With Dinny if you want to learn more. If you do want to learn about altcoins and more deeper into that space, check out our Retire Early Club, but just know that it's a much higher risk. Is there an ability to have higher returns? Yes, of course there is, but much higher risk, guys, okay? I believe anyone can retire themselves. I said 4 years. 2 years ago I said it's a 4-year plan, it's a 4-year plan, it's a 4-year plan. Now I'm not sure if it's a 4-year plan because it's later now. If you didn't take advantage of the bear market and accumulate aggressively for 4 years. But 100% anyone can get the job done in 10 years. Okay, and it's super easy. And guess what? It doesn't take any maintenance, so you don't have to trade. You can go live your life, enjoy your time with your kids, enjoy your hobbies, and leave your portfolio to work, okay? And I'll give you one more little Dinny bomb here, just to finish off. Thanks for all the likes, by the way. I like looking back on the videos and seeing all the familiar names popping up. So if you're new, drop a little like in. Let's see your familiar let your name become familiar with the community, and make sure you're subscribed if you want to learn. But my last little Dinny bomb. Fidelity are one of the biggest asset managers in the world. They control 2 trillion or something of investment capital. Fidelity done a survey maybe 4 or 5 years ago on their highest performing investors. So like, what is the characteristic of our best investor? So of all the portfolios we have, who is making the most money? All right, so they done that, and lo and behold, they got the answer. And the answer was, it wasn't people in the age of 20 to 25, it wasn't people in the age of 40 to 45, it wasn't people in the age of 70 to 75. Okay, the age bracket of the people who are making the most money with their investments were older. They were the old people, okay? And do you know how they were doing it? All right, they'd done something that we're all going to do. It's coming, baby. That's why you got to enjoy this. All right, but they died. They were dead. So they just left their investments alone. And that's how the best investments work. Set it and forget it. Okay, don't meddle. The ones that were alive are ringing up the broker manager going, oh, I heard Elon Musk's going to do this, so sell my Tesla and buy me a little bit more Amazon. And then they were ringing them up the next week and going, oh, by the way, yeah, I want to get some Google, so will you sell my Amazon back to Google? So they were traders, and traders unfortunately are losers. Not that their personality is loser, but they just don't win to the market. The market beats everyone, okay? And that's why just having a position, building a portfolio, forget about it. Go live your life. Outperforms everything. So guys, when you're trying to figure out, should you buy Chainlink, should you buy AVAX, should you buy Polkadot, just understand the level of risk you're taking, okay? And structure your portfolio so that you win either way. That's what we do in Bitcoin With Dinny. We make a portfolio that wins no matter what. That's how you're an investor. So you're not dependent on one outcome. You have multiple outcomes. So you can afford to get wrecked, but you don't get killed, okay? Or you can take hits, but you don't die, all right? And that's what investing is all about. It's about covering yourself. Boom, guys, thanks for being here. Dinny out.